見ていた一部始終力足らず帰るか海に深海に漂う木図よどみに
The casino certainly doesn't play fair with the players, but they can't let anyone notice their unfairness. The chairman told the manager not to interfere with Mark's game, and the casino had one last line of defense.
だからここは潔くカイジの言い分を認めその上で殺せばよい魔性三段クルーンで
When the manager heard this, he sighed with relief. He signaled his subordinates, then pulled out the final remote control.
念のため777にしろ万が一にも突破は許されない殺すここでカイジを殺す
What he didn't expect was that Mark had already noticed their defense measures. Every time a marble was about to pass through, it would suddenly veer off course. The casino had installed a device at the entrance. They had placed raised barriers that were just the right height to block the marbles from passing through. Technically, the marbles should be able to enter the hole from the front, since there were no obstacles. Mark had known this rule all along. He had also noticed that the large disc had tilted, but no one else had picked up on this, as the angle of the tilt had been divided into 3 levels. The first layer involved the disc itself tilting at an angle. The second layer tilted the machine, and the third layer tilted the platform under the machine. After their previous teammates' game failure, the manager had simply picked up the marbles from the steps, not bothering with the other marbles that had fallen. This was because the manager was nervous, and it gave Mark a chance to notice the flaw. This was why Mark had asked the older man to join him. The older man had worked in this building before and understood its structure. The manager had followed the chairman's orders and used a very extreme tilting defense measure. To prevent any accidents, he had even set the tilt level to 7. But when he saw the current state of the machine, he was shocked. Mark immediately inserted 10 million marbles, but not a single one reached the third layer. Sure enough, the tilting defense measure had worked. However, the first 2 layers suddenly became much easier, but none of Mark's marbles made it through. The manager was still in a state of temptation. At that moment, the audience suddenly got excited. Not only did the marble pass through the first 2 layers, but it also reached the third layer. The audience began cheering. But just as the marble neared the hole, it was touched by the raised barrier at the entrance and suddenly changed direction. This time, however, it didn't fall into the collection hole. Instead, it once again reached the jackpot hole. The entire venue went into a frenzy.
Nobore! Nobore!
開く奇跡の軌道
行け